Hello, everyone, and welcome. A very significant political story is developing inside the United States Congress. President Donald Trump is now facing growing opposition from within his own Republican Party, as lawmakers who were once very reluctant to challenge him are now beginning to openly break away from his positions. This is a notable shift in American politics, and it is happening with the 2026 midterm elections approaching fast. Just in the past week alone, multiple groups of Republican lawmakers in both the Senate and the House of Representatives have taken bold steps to go against the president. First, Republican members of Congress rebuked Trump's decision to go to war against Iran by passing a war powers resolution, a formal statement by Congress saying the president does not have the authority to continue military action without their approval. Second, Republicans rejected $1 billion in government funding that was connected to a renovation project at the White House Ballroom, a move that embarrassed the president publicly. Third, Republican lawmakers forced Trump to back down from his plan to create a $1.8 billion fund he called an anti-weaponization fund. Fourth, Republicans also blocked Trump's proposed legislation on domestic spying, which many in his own party felt went too far. And fifth, perhaps the most dramatic defiance, the House of Representatives passed a bill to give aid to Ukraine and impose tough new sanctions on Russia, a bill that directly contradicts Trump's foreign policy. Trump is widely expected to veto this bill. 3 Republican senators have been at the center of this resistance. Senator Thom Tillis of North Carolina was a key no vote on major Trump legislation. After Trump publicly threatened to support a primary challenger against him, Tillis announced he will not run for re-election in 2026, releasing a very strongly worded statement saying that leaders willing to embrace compromise and independent thinking are becoming an endangered species in Washington. Senator Susan Collins of Maine, who is up for re-election in 2026, also voted no on a major Trump spending bill, warning that dramatic cuts to the Medicaid healthcare program would hurt hospitals and low-income families in her state. And Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky was the 3rd Republican no vote on that same legislation. Analysts and politicians on both sides say they do not believe this is a full-scale revolt against Trump, but they also agree the pattern of Republican defiance is new, more frequent, and more public than at any other point in his presidency. The Democratic Party is watching closely and sees opportunities. The Democratic National Committee chair said his party views North Carolina and Maine as top priority targets for the 2026 midterm elections, where they hope to win new Senate seats. Trump, for his part, is fighting back hard, threatening primary challengers against any Republican who defies him, and pushing to redraw congressional district maps in several states to give Republicans a stronger advantage. The battle for control of Congress in 2026 is clearly already underway.